Aloha and welcome to this experience where we're going to install IntellliJ IDEA. I'm going to kind of step you through it. This isn't a totally fresh instance of IntellliJ IDEA. I tried to delete it from my computer and so I'd get kind of the fresh experience, and I think I'm pretty close to that. We'll see what happens. First thing you want to do is definitely sign up for the student license because it's awesome. You get to use all of the IntellliJ products for free as long as you're a student, so you should definitely want to do that. And then you're going to download the Ultimate Edition from this downloader page for whichever platform you're using, and then you're gonna, like, if you're me, I don't know, you click on the DMG file. It wants you to drag it to applications, so I'll just replace it. And once it's done, you can go, if you're on a Mac, you can go to the Finder, go to Applications, go to IntellliJ IDEA and double click it. And yes, you want to open it even though it's from the internet. And then what we'll find, we get this little data sign. I'm okay with saying anonymous statistics. And we'll say do not import settings. So it'll be like just, from the beginning. Okay, so I like the light theme. So we'll do that. I'm sure all the rest of you are going to use the dark theme, but I'm kind of old school like that. Let's see, launcher script. Nah, we don't want that. Default plugins. So we don't want any Java frameworks. Don't want any build tools. For JavaScript, we don't need stylus, CoffeeScript, OpenAPI, Flash, Haml, Less. We do want JavaScript and TypeScript. Keep Node.js in there if you want. Don't need Sass, don't need Angular, don't need HTTP client. So we'll save changes. Test tools, we don't need those. And then version control, we do want Git and GitHub. Don't need any of the other ones. Swing, we don't need that. Database tools, we don't need that. And then, I don't know, this featured, we don't want any of those things. Okay, and then we'll go start. All right, and then we get to this. And so I just want to show you, whoops, it went away. So let me bring back up IntellliJ IDEA, and I don't know, we could say create new project, create a new JavaScript project, and we can just say JavaScript or HTML5 boilerplate, doesn't really matter. And project location, I would probably put it, for our sample thing, let's put it in the desktop. We'll call it desktop, what the heck. Okay, so the reason I made that little sample guy is because, well, next thing that happens, you get this tip of the day thing. I would say don't show it because a lot of these are, going to be kind of Java-based ones, and so they'll be less interesting to you. I always run npm install from the command line, so I tend to say don't do this again. But what I want to do is go through and kind of make sure that the plugins are set up correctly. So what we can see here is if we go to installed, okay, click on that, we can disable all the Android stuff. We don't need Gradle. We don't need Docker or FTP. HTML tools, we can, I guess, keep those around. Don't really need the IDE syncing things. We can keep that JavaScript stuff there. HTTP clients, we don't need that. Java FX, we don't need that. Play framework, we don't need that. And then all of these guys, Gherkin, no Groovy, no Markdown, no properties. Well, I guess we'll keep that there. Plugin development we don't need. CSS is okay. ASP CFML, we don't need those. macOS theme, you might want to disable it. I don't. I like it. And then all this other stuff, we don't need any. I mean, you may want the terminal. So no bytecode, no copyright, no dependency structure, no Eclipse, no editor config. I don't even know what Grazie is. No. Don't need any of that. Don't need Kotlin. Don't need machine learning for this class. Next file prediction, I don't think so. Performance testing, no. Recommenders, no. Task management. Terminal can be nice to have, so I'll leave that in there. UML we don't need. ZKM. Okay, so what you can see after having gone through this is what's left. Not a lot, right? We've got the HTML stuff, we'll leave that in. We've got the JavaScript stuff, but we won't have Angular or CoffeeScript. You know, I'll keep TypeScript in. I don't know. You don't need it. And then all the JVM stuff goes away because we're not doing Java programming. And the languages, all of them go away except we're going to keep shell script. That's kind of useful. CSS, W3, validators, that's good to have, or will be okay. Mac OS. GitHub change reminder. I don't think we need that. And then terminal, so that we can run the terminal inside, which is kind of useful to have. So now I'll click OK. We'll restart. And with any luck, things are going to come up quite a bit faster now than they did before. So let me now go to a few other things. So that's just going through the plugins, making sure we have the minimal set of plugins. Now we want to go to Preferences, Editor, Code Style. Click on Manage, Preferences, Editor, Code Style. Preferences, Editor, Code Style. And what we're going to do now is we're going to import a scheme. And it's going to be a XML file. And I've downloaded that from the page onto the desktop so you can see here it is. Okay, and then we'll click OK. And the next thing is to enable soft wrap. So that's really useful. Preferences, Editor, General. So we go to Preferences, Editor, General, and then we scroll down to this soft wrap section and we say soft wrap these files, and then we just put a star in because we want soft wrap all the time. Okay, and then we can say okay for that. And this is the point. Let's just see if we start up in less than 10 seconds. So if I do quit, I don't like seeing that confirm button. Say exit. Let me get my stopwatch here all ready. So I'll click it to start, click my thing, and bam, 5 seconds. Okay, so it's important that you need to be able to start up in less than 10 seconds. If you're on Windows, um, then if it takes a long time, the first thing to check is to make sure that Windows Defender is disabled, your virus checker, so it's not scanning all of the executable files for IntellliJ. That's very common, most common problem. Second thing is, if it's taking a long time, just keep checking those plugins and make sure that you haven't got a lot of plugins being loaded. And you should be good. All right, so that's setting up IntellliJ IDEA.